guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. My name's Crystal and today we're going to go through the top 10 nude lipsticks you need in your life. So I've had these lipsticks for a while and quite a lot of these are repurchases of mine and I love them. I swear by the formulas, I swear by the shades. You're probably going to see a really common theme with the shades that I talk about today, but I love them all. So they're all in this little plastic acrylic container here ready to go. I will swatch every single shade for you guys so that you can see them in detail, and I'll talk a little bit about the finishes as well. But before we get into the video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and make sure you have the post notification bell on so you don't miss any of my future uploads. I upload every Monday, Wednesday and Saturday around 8 AM Australian time, so make sure you keep an eye out for those videos, and do not forget to go and check me out on Instagram as well. I will have my handles on the screen for you guys to go and check me out over there. And without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. So diving into my little container here in no particular order, I'm just going to grab and go. I have one by MAC. Oh my god, I love this shade. So this is Blankety by MAC. This is a amplified formula. It's a beautiful purpley nude, so it has like really strong pinky purple undertones. I'm not quite sure if it's showing up accurately there, but if you look closely, it's like a stunning pinky nude with a bit of a purple undertone. I love it. It goes with literally everything. I'm actually considering wearing this as my makeup lipstick shade. I actually have another shade I'm going to talk about in this particular video that goes super well with Blankety. I will make sure I highlight that to you guys, but it's more of a brownie nude, and being this as a pinky nude together, they kind of form this really nice neutral shade. One's an amplified kind of moisturizing formula and the other is a matte formula. I'll talk about it now actually. Whilst we're going through it all, I'll just get it out now. So the other shade I'm just talking about now to go with Blankety is Anniversary by Huda Beauty. This is a matte finish. It is absolutely stunning. It is a brownie nude shade. I will swatch that next to Blankety for you guys. Now these are super opaque. They last for ages. So those two together literally are a match made in heaven. So like I said, Anniversary is more of a brownie nude. It's a very warm nude as well, so it's still erring on the side of like a peachy undertone, but definitely more brownie versus the Blankety shade. So together these two are so amazing. So what I like to do is I pop down Anniversary. If you want to use a lip liner you can, but I don't know, I don't really see the value in lip liners. It's just not really my thing. But I pop down Anniversary and clean it up with a concealer, and then I pop Blankety over the top in the center, and then I tap it out. They look so beautiful together, literally. I'm not quite sure if you can still see at that distance, but these two are by far my two favorite nudes, especially together. Separate, they're still stunning, but together, oh my god, love them to death. Next up is, I'm just going to go through all my MAC ones because MAC is kind of like my favorite brand for nudes because they have such an array of nudes available. Like literally every single shade of nude you can ever think of, MAC has got them, and so many different finishes as well. Like you can't go wrong. So this one here is a cream sheen. It's the shade Cream in Your Coffee. It just looks like this, and when it's swatched, this is a very different nude. So this is kind of like more of a plum kind of nude, so it works better for more deeper skin tones. I don't like the look of this on me unless I'm fake tanned, so it looks like that one just here. It does still sit in the nude range. It's just, like I said, more of a plum nude, so I feel like you have to have a certain look to be able to pull this off. I do love it though. The cream sheen formula is so comfortable. The only thing is that it does have a tendency to move a lot faster than any of the other formulas by MAC, and that's why I don't tend to have as many in that particular formula. But this shade, Cream in Your Coffee, it's been around forever. Like so many people, if you've been watching YouTube or been on YouTube forever, you will know this shade. It had its moment, and I mean, I'm thinking about bringing it back. Like, I love it. I think it needs more recognition, and if you haven't got it in your collection, you totally need to go out and buy it. So I've got two more here. This one's a staple. Everybody knows this shade. It's Velvet Teddy. It is a matte formula. Beautiful, warm, peachy nude. Yeah, oh, it's just stunning, 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 stunning. It's like, I don't know, I feel like Velvet Teddy is kind of like a mix between Anniversary and Cream in Your Coffee. If you can see there, it's just this one on the end here. I'm sorry if my swatches are a little bit off. This is like my first ever swatching video, so bear with me. But this is so stunning, and being a matte, it's going to stay on your lips for longer as well. Boldly Bare, I'm pretty sure, is the lip liner that goes really well with this. I don't own it because I don't use it, particularly on my lips. I just don't like lip liners. I don't really see the point in them, like I've already said. But Boldly Bare, I'm pretty sure, and Soar goes really well with Velvet Teddy. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful shade. And I mean, if you are like starting out in makeup, like you're gatewaying into the bigger brands, like I don't know, like Too Faced and Fenty and stuff like that, a lot of people do tend to start with MAC. Velvet Teddy is probably one of the best nudes to gravitate towards first, except for Blankety, because Blankety is my favorite. So the last nude that I have from MAC here is Shrimpton. This one is in a satin formula. So a satin formula isn't necessarily as opaque as, say, a matte or an amplified. So amplified formulas have literally more pigment in it, so it will be more of a stronger finish, whereas a satin is, I don't know, it's a little bit more, I don't know how to describe it per se, but it's a little bit more transparent in terms of when you put it on the lips, its opacity isn't going to be as strong. But I mean, in comparison to the rest of them here, it looks fine. So Shrimpton is just this shade here. It looks awfully similar to Anniversary at this end, but they are still slightly different. This has kind of got a pinky undertone to it, whereas that Anniversary shade from Huda Beauty has more of a peachy undertone. They are slightly different. But I mean, if you had one, you don't necessarily need the other unless you're super picky with your nudes and like right down to the undertones is like your jam. I don't know, I actually, looking at them now, I kind of like the payoff of Shrimpton more than I like Anniversary. But I think it's the finish of Anniversary that I like better underneath Blankety. So maybe I'll try Blankety and Shrimpton together and see if that comes out really well. Food for thought. The next one that I have here is a lipstick by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't feel like people talk about her lipsticks as much as they should. I mean, she has really great eyeshadows, of course, we all know that, but her lipsticks are pretty good as well. And the packaging, if you look really closely at the packaging, it's actually really sleek and luxe. Like, she has her logo just here on the actual component itself, which is really nice. So this is the shade Buff. This is a matte finish. I'll pop that next to Shrimpton. Now this is like, how do I describe it? It's like super matte. Like, I can feel it pulling at my skin when I'm doing the swatch. So this is super long wearing. It's not going to go anywhere, and probably more so long wearing than the Huda Beauty ones, but it's just this one here on the end. So it's called Buff. It's kind of erring on the side of Cream in Your Coffee, which is swatched just here. However, it's a matte formula, so having a different finish, having a different longevity is, I don't know, making it a completely different nude in my vision. So, but the undertones are very similar. So it is a plummy nude, probably better for deeper skin tones than fairer, but I mean, who cares? You do you. If you want to wear plum tone nudes and you've got fair skin tone, go for it. So yeah, that's that one. I love this. Honestly, they're not that expensive. I'm pretty sure they're $35 from Sephora. I'll have everything linked down in the description box below so you guys can find all of these shades super easy, because I know I hate going through different websites trying to find the shades that people talk about. It takes forever, especially the MAC website. It takes a really long time to kind of find everything. So I will link everything in the description box below, but I love that particular shade. I really want to get more from Anastasia. I think, like I said earlier, they are a super underrated lipstick line. Everyone is just so focused on her other stuff, like her eyeshadows and her brow products. They kind of overlook her lip products, and yeah, I do think that the lipsticks need recognition because they're fantastic. So next up is a liquid lipstick. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about this one a couple of times on my channel. This is the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the shade Caramello. I love this. I literally, I swear by it. I'll put this at the other end. I swear by this. Like, it lasts all day. I love it with Marc Jacobs Sugar Sugar lip gloss over the top. I think that's a match made in heaven. But when it's currently drying, so it's just this shade here, but it's like my perfect nude. It's like the liquid lipstick form of Blankety by MAC. I just think that the two of them are very, very similar to one another in terms of their undertones. Now this I feel is a bit more cool toned in its undertones, and it's erring on the side of, it's definitely a cool tone pink nude. If that's how you describe it. It's like, I find it really hard to describe things, but it's a cool toned pinky nude, and I just absolutely love it. Being that it's a liquid lipstick as well, it lasts all day. You have no problems with its longevity. It does maybe need a little bit of a touch up if you're eating food or you're drinking drinks and stuff like that, but in terms of if you're just wearing it and you have like a conference meeting that you're going to and you've got a lot of talking and stuff to do, it's not going to end up on your teeth, it's not going to end up all over your face. It's really good. I definitely recommend that one as a liquid lipstick because it's just stunning, and the shade is stunning as well. They have some beautiful reds in that line as well. I don't really wear red lipstick, but I mean, I can talk about my favorite reds if you like this video. So give this video a big thumbs up if you want me to do my favorite red lipsticks after this one, and I'll definitely do that for you guys. So the next nude is by Charlotte Tilbury. Now I know I have a video on my channel saying that I don't like the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I don't hate them. I gravitate for the Huda Beauty and the MAC ones before I would go for a Charlotte Tilbury one, but I love this shade. So this is very Victoria. It's very unique in terms of the shade that it is. Well, I think it's unique. And it's a really hard one to describe. So they claim it's a matte formula, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's definitely more of a comfort matte than it is anything else. And I mean, the components on Charlotte Tilbury's products are so beautiful. I mean, look at this. This is just a display piece. Like, even if you finish it, you keep the packaging because it's like super weighted. It's really luxe. I love Charlotte Tilbury packaging. It's so glorious and bougie and luxurious, and she's definitely hit the nail on the head with that every single time with the rose gold. It's stunning. But this is the shade here. It's the one on the very end. I'm kind of like going up my hand with my swatches. I'm getting like worse. I'll fix it up. But it is a dusky rose kind of nude. So it's not quite plum, but it's definitely like a dusty kind of nude. As you can tell, like all of mine are kind of like dusty, pinky, plummy nudes. I don't really gravitate towards peachy nudes. It's just not really my vibe. And it kind of looks funny with my skin tone because I'm a neutral kind of erring on the side of pinky undertones with my skin. I prefer plummy pink nudes rather than orange nudes because they make me, I don't know, it just makes it look funny. It pulls a weird color. So I love this. I think it's a really nice, beautiful, dusky nude. I think it's very similar to Velvet Teddy, but Velvet Teddy is kind of a bit more of a deeper pink, whereas I feel like the Very Victoria does have peachy undertones with it. So it is different, very similar, like all of these nudes are very similar, but still slightly different. But I just feel like it's got more of a peachy, I don't know if you guys can tell. So if you look closely, this is Very Victoria here, and then this is Velvet Teddy here. I feel like that's got more of a pinky, bluey undertone, whereas this has more of a warm, peachy pink kind of undertone to it. They're very similar. They're definitely in the same family, but they are still different. Well, in my eyes, they're still different, but they might look exactly the same on camera, but I can see that they're slightly different, so trust me. So the next nude is Barbara by Nars. This is one of their audacious lipsticks. I'm also thinking this could be a good option for my wedding as well. Wow, and that's a massive swatch. That's the swatch there. The packaging on this is incredible. It has like a magnet closure, love that. Super luxurious and heavy. I have two of these. I don't love my other one in terms of the shade versus this one, but I just love the finish on these. It's like a satin matte, very comfortable, and I love Nars. So this shade is very unique in a sense that it does look similar again to Velvet Teddy, and you'll probably be able to see what I mean by with that pink peachy undertone for Very Victoria now that it's next to Barbara. So they kind of look very, very similar on my arm, but this is more of a deeper undertone, whereas Very Victoria is definitely more peachy. You can see it now when there's these two shades next to each other because they are from the same color family, just slightly different undertones. But now that I look at Barbara and Velvet Teddy, they are awfully similar. It's just, they actually do pretty much exactly the same. now that I'm looking at them, they're pretty much identical, so that's why I like them. But Velvet Teddy is a different finish to this. Velvet Teddy is a matte finish. This is more of a satin matte, so it's a bit more comfortable if that's something that you're a bit more drawn to. If you don't like the MAC matte formula, this could be a good option. It is expensive though, they're like $52 a pop. The MAC one is hella cheaper, so I definitely recommend, if you are looking for a better price point, the Velvet Teddy. But again, that's Barbara by Nars. Love it. The last nude that I have to talk to you guys today about is Prom Night from Huda Beauty. This again is a matte formula. I will swatch that next to Barbara, and this is a pinky nude. It's a very true pinky nude. The undertones are a bit more warm, still like it's not too warm for my liking. So if you can see that one on the very end just there, that one there is Prom Night. I actually suck at swatching, guys. I am so sorry. This is actually kind of embarrassing, but yeah, so that one is Prom Night. It's a pinky nude. Again, all of mine are pinky nudes, but this one has a bit more of an orangey undertone to it versus say my Blankety and stuff like that. Blankety and Shrimpton are definitely more cool toned, whereas this one is more erring on the side of warm toned. It's actually very neutral. It's not super warm. It's definitely not super warm, that's for sure. And I wouldn't say it's got too much cool in it, but I would say that's very neutral. So I actually got that shade because Molly May talked about it in one of her videos. I was like, oh my god, if Molly May likes it, I need it, because I watched Love Island for the first time ever when I was in Scotland, and that was in 2018, 2018, I think. I can't remember. All these years are just blurring together, but I'm pretty sure it was 2018, and I saw her on there and I thought that was the best year ever. So loved that. And yeah, she mentioned that, and I love anything Molly May has to say that she loves. I'm all about it. So that's why I got it, and it's a fantastic nude. The formula is incredible. I love the Huda Beauty formula. It's so comfortable, it's so luxurious, and it just feels so nice on the lips. So that's every single nude that I have to talk to you guys. If you are looking for a nude lipstick that's on the pinky, plummy kind of range, these are definitely the ones to look at. They're super long wearing, super beautiful on the skin, and I could not recommend them enough. So thank you so much for making it to the end of this video and stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It makes such a difference to my channel. You have no idea. And I hope you're keeping safe and well, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks guys. Bye.